And welcome to One Stop Coopshop.
I timed that better than I've ever done it.
There's just no way we can start with a straight face on this stream.
No.
I'm just going to accept it.
Welcome. Yeah, we always have fun with that countdown. try to get through all the chats before it starts. So, welcome. This is a co-op chat. This is our live chat where we cover various board game topics, generally the cooperative focus. Got the team awesome here with Bairnt and Canje Studios.
Team awesome.
I gotta do it this way. Oh, gotta bring this finger in. There we go. These two guys. Nope, yeah, turn it this way. There we go.
Who's the guy used to Scott Hall used to point like that.
Do the whole like what's that, Brady Bunch thing?
Yeah,
start looking up.
Oh, we're already off topic. It's amazing. So, what do you think about the Brady Bunch? I haven't seen that in a while. No, I'm kidding. It's good to see you all. Canje just returned from a wonderful cruise. Thank you for being back, Canje. It's awesome to have you back. I'm glad you had a wonderful time. I'm guessing it was amazing.
Yeah, yep, good father-son cruise. Had a great time. We built some great memories, so it was wonderful.
That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah, we'll have to hear more about that. So for sure.
Yeah. We can talk about it.
Yes, but we're here, and for this week's chat, we thought we'd shine some light on some other content creators that we enjoy watching.
And sadly, I'll have to tell you, there's more than we could actually comment on. There's so many out there, and there's so many awesome things to watch that sadly we couldn't list everybody.
Yeah,
but so we just picked a few. And I know that actually Steve and I think did we do this a while ago, a long time ago, maybe like a year or two ago, I think, or a year maybe.
Yeah, I should have looked it up. It probably was like a year ago or something. So we might have a few repeats. I'm trying to. I should have looked at the list, but
no, this is a topic we should repeat usually about every 6 months, just to see what else is out there and to see what other people, so you can find some other people. Because I mean, everybody starts somewhere, and I remember when I started, and I was like, oh, this is something, and then you just keep on doing it, and then people find you, and so it's fun. And then it's really, I remember being really young, not in age, and suddenly like one of those bigger channels reached out and goes, hey, I really like your stuff, you're doing an amazing job, and you're like, oh my gosh, why is that guy watching me? You know what I mean?
I'm going through that now, because
like that's kind of came to me one time, and I was kind of like, that's amazing. So I really think it's really fun to be able to find these other channels that are doing a great job that people may not know because the algorithm just doesn't help.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and of course you have to want, they're all worthy of something.
Yeah. I'm going through that now because when I started, I'm still young in terms of the streaming content, and running into these two guys has been great. Because when Bairnt popped on my channel, I was like, "Oh my god, this guy knows who I am."
I always think of me as a nobody still, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, still feel that way for sure.
I'm just a guy that likes the hobby and likes to see other people in it.
But yeah, I guess for this list, we did focus on channels that were less than 10K subscribers, right?
To an extent.
About there, right?
We went low, like -6 and lower with a couple that are higher up.
Yeah. So hopefully this will be a good variety of, because I know there's a lot of great content. There's some of the big names that we'll probably watch too, but
I mean, I watch them all the time. I mean, for example, gaming rules. I mean, if I don't know a game, that's where I go, kind of thing. I mean, RMFT or something.
I've been there too. Yeah. RTFO.
I can never get the 4 letters correct, but he doesn't. I mean, he's great at explaining games, and that's just that's his channel. That's what he does. So It's not like, so you're looking. There's always channels doing so many different things. Some doing strictly rules, some doing strictly playthroughs, some doing live playthroughs. So it's like, it's nice to find a neat variety of stuff.
Variety.
Hey, Lane, welcome.
Variety, I like that. Variety.
Hey, Lane.
Look at that dance. My wife better not be watching. She knows I'm not dance in public ever. The rule.
AKA read the effing manual.
It might be. I can't remember what it. I think that's what. I can't remember what it stands for.
That's probably what it does. Please don't let him dance.
Nope. Yep, there it is. Not allowed to dance in public.
All right, so my list is kind of haphazard thrown together. There's no like top whatever. It's
Yeah.
just here's the list of people. So I'm gonna randomly call off stuff. And Steve, I
Mine
hope you're
too.
prepared because you'll probably have to like pull it up and search for people to show what's on there.
That's what tabs are for in your browser.
Is that what that's why I have 10,000 of them?
That's why I have all of them open.
So, Steve, why don't you get started?
Oh, okay. I am going to start with this is a bigger one, but this one came up recently for me. Let me hold on. We'll just discombobulate. There we go. Room and board. So I was browsing other video content and I came across a series that was titled Why You Shouldn't Back This Game. And I was very skeptical when I see those titles because I often feel like it's kind of out there for clickbait and just to get attention. And so I'm like, well, I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it. And I actually really enjoyed it. And I thought he did an excellent job covering it, because it sounds like I'm going to be negative and just tear down this game, but he's not. He's like, hey, here's these points, and they're good points, and these are reasons why you may or may not want to back it. But they're not strictly negative or positive in that regard. I don't know. I think he does a fantastic job. So I like that series he does. He does a lot of other content out there. It's not all co-op stuff, FYI. In fact, I think that's probably, we can say that for all these channels, probably. So, but yeah, Room and Board, really like his stuff.
All right, Bairnt.
Me. I have been turned on to Andrew's channel, which is Brews and Board Games, I think is what the name of his channel is. He is super awesome. He has a lot of energy. You think I have energy? Oh, wow. He's got some energy, man.
Yeah,
and
he's
he
awesome.
does a lot of live stuff, and he has an absolute blast doing it. And he always is responding to his chat, which is amazing. I love that when streamers do that. I think that's fantastic. He just put out a top 10 like games of this year type thing. I think I agreed with most of them. But he's really cool. He's really so down to earth. He like really the way he talks to the community and everything. He's so down to earth. He's like just a normal guy playing some games and having a great time. I strongly suggest checking out his channel. This guy is going to be doing great things for a long time coming. I think he just did a stream last night on Pedal to the Metal or something. Is that one that Mike really liked, that racing one? Heat. That's it. I don't know the game because I'm not. The only race I ever watched was the Lego Masters race. That was the only one I watched lately. That was the only one I watched. So,
yeah. For mine, Bairnt, I'm going to steal this one as one of the ones you said you're going to cover because Locator Gaming.
Yes.
Yeah, Locator Gaming. He and I have actually been chatting for a while. We met in a different Discord that we're part of, and we started at the same time, and we've just been we talk every single time we're talking about a game, or every single time we're going through anything. We just have a great time chatting. He's a really wonderful guy, and he does recorded playthroughs of his games. Right now he's doing Aeon Trespass Odyssey. He's been going through that playthrough, but he's done Sleeping Gods. He's done Gloomhaven. He and I played Kingdom Death Monster, and he's purchased all of it, so he's playing through Kingdom Death. And his content's really good. He's well versed with the rules.
I hope so. He's a lawyer, I think.
Yeah, he is a lawyer. But he is a fantastic guy. You should check out his channel. Fun stuff. Yes,
he's awesome. He and I have been in contact a lot. He's actually joined me on some of my painting streams. He has a lot of painting videos as well. So funny story about him. I didn't know who he was really, and he jumped into one of my streams and I think the first painting stream, and I only knew who he was, but I didn't know. Of course, you'd be surprised to know I didn't know how to pronounce his name, and so I was like, "Oh, it's good to see you." I'm looking at the name, like all of a sudden the pause comes up. Oh crap, I can't say this name. What am I gonna say? Locutus is a game thing.
Locutus. Is he a Borg?
Borg. I am so jealous. I wish you would have been there when I named my channel, and I could have called myself Locutus Gaming. That would have been the best name ever. I so hate that you weren't there when I named my channel. And I go, what does Loquitur mean? It's like, oh, it's a legal term. Like, oh, he goes, Locutus would have been so much better. subscribing and not subscribing is futile. I could have ended every video with that.
But you should check out his stuff. He's awesome.
So if you're looking for a great name for a channel, Liquid Gaming might be a great one to think of.
Steve, what you got?
Let's see. Let me throw you guys for a loop, actually. I also like watching content that's not on YouTube, and this one isn't. Though this person does have a very excellent YouTube channel as well, but it's skit focused. And it's Paula, actually. Paula Deming. She does a Twitch stream for live content. Paula plays. And I really think she does a great job on Twitch.
She has a YouTube channel. Table for One.
Yeah, her YouTube channel is great. But it's not always it's a lot of skits and stuff, which I enjoy. I love her humor. But I like watching her live plays too. Now she does do video games in addition to board games. But she has a schedule on Twitch. You can go watch it there. But her production's great. She's got a camera too, so it's just really fun. So...
I didn't know she had a Twitch channel. I thought it was just the Table for One that she was doing.
Yep. So that's why I'm pointing this one out, because I know she's a bigger channel, but I don't know if a lot of people know of her Twitch stuff. And I think she does a great job there. So
okay, Bairnt.
Me.
You.
Another great channel I watch a lot is Ryan over at Meeple Marathon. He's a fantastic person as well. He does playthroughs. He does what do you call them? Top 10s, all those fun things. He does the normal stuff, but I think the reason I connect so much with that channel is a lot like when he did his top 10, I think I had 8 of them. So I mean, he really caters to. He's kind of a big into the dungeon crawl, but he's also in a lot of family games because he's got kids and stuff. So he really does a lot of that kind of focus too. So a lot of those kind of work really well with me. He's a huge Marvel United fan. I don't know why you guys have been watching his stuff yet. He rated Marvel United #1 last year, and I think he got #2 or 3 this year. So like he's been a big Marvel United fan. So those that like that might be there. But he also even shows sometimes he doesn't do painting videos per se, but he's working towards, I think, trying to get that going. But what he does, which is really cool, is he just flashes the picture of the miniature and kind of what he used to paint it. So like if you're looking for a fast way to kind of go, well, how did that guy get those painted like that? It's like a 5-minute video on this side. These are the colors I used to paint this character. This is the colors I used to paint this character. It's like, and I thought it was really a well good way. There you go. Fantastic. Good way. Thank you. I'm glad you.
It was most good. Most good.
Most good. Watch out. Look cute. This is coming for you. Anyway, so Real Marathon Suite.
Yeah. So with me, I'm gonna throw some other ones out there at you to pull up, and I'll do the first one. One thing I look for, and it's part of me. Sorry, y'all, but I do look for representation in the hobby, whether it's in a game or content that's being made in the game. And one of the ones that really came out to me was Black Girl Gamers.
Oh yeah.
Black Girl Gamers, they don't do board game content. They do more video game based content, but they just kind of get on there themselves. They're very natural in going through stuff, and they are just fun to watch. I mean, you get the jerks of YouTube in a channel because they do video game playthroughs, but they let it roll right off of them, and they just continue to play. They have a good time. They have good chemistry together. It's just an all-around great channel to watch, and I love what they're doing. So, Black Girl Gamers.
Steve, what does Snow say here? Funny enough, I found Bairnt's channel originally because it popped up as a suggestion when I'm watching Black Belt Gaming. I don't know that.
Yeah, Black Belt Gaming channel?
Yeah. Is that a good? I should check that one out, huh?
Yeah, he's definitely good. You should. Actually, might as well talk about it right now. Let's pull it up.
Pull it up.
So yeah, Black Belt he does great content for sure.
Steve's gonna.
I'm doing this on the fly, guys. So.
I know.
Speed it up, Steve.
That's okay. He's pretty fly for a white guy. So
we didn't send him any of our lists, so he's kind of like trying to make it go on the fly.
Yeah, we gave him a list, but I know we're not gonna. We're gonna be like,
no.
Yeah, it says it's a fine channel. Doesn't post much, but creates lovely stories of his played games.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweetness.
Yeah, that's really good. Steve, what you got? Your turn.
Let's see. I'm just jumping all the place here, guys. So...
That's what I'm doing. Go for it.
Okay. Oh, here's one that I don't know. Maybe he's pretty small, but I love what he does. The cardboard stacker.
I've not heard of that one.
Yeah, so he does really awesome how to play videos, but they're animated with like really nice flows and transitions and zooms in and call outs and all that stuff. And he only has what 4,000 subscribers on there now. Oh man, he does great work. He doesn't cover a lot of games at this point because I suspect it takes a lot of work to do all these production value he puts
Animations,
into it,
yeah.
but I really like what he does.
Huh. It's so
Snow,
awesome.
stop taking one of my list people. Snow took one of my list people. Solo McLaughlin.
Oh.
I watched Solo McLaughlin. So I'll scratch that off of my list.
Scratch it off of my list. Scratch it off. Talk about it.
Yes.
And Steve's going for it as fast as he can.
Let me real quick.
So
No, you please, I want the chat to tell us so many more because we're going to learn. Not only are you going to learn ours, we're going to learn yours. Which
we are going to learn yours, so don't feel sorry about it. Mention who you like, and
Yep.
but Solo McLaughlin was on my list. I do watch her playthrough stuff. I'll say Bairnt, you're up. Who's your next one?
Solo McLaughlin. What? What about this one? I don't know this one.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, I learned how to play D100 Dungeon through her channel.
Wow.
But she does great content. It's really great stuff that she puts out. She needs more. I think she should have more than 7.94 thousand subs.
See, this to me is awesome to do because I'm one of those old guys that hasn't branched out a lot in a while, and a lot of stuff. Well, we were actually talking about this off stream. A lot of the guys and people that I was watching, like Red Beans and Dice, Tom Teaches, and some of these other channels, they just kind of during COVID they kind of disappeared, and they haven't come back, and I'm a little worried. I mean, because obviously you could think the worst, you could think the best, like, hey, this isn't the way I'm going to do. Things might have come up that may be better for them, they may be worse for them. I don't know, but it's just kind of hard to all of a sudden you see a channel just disappear. I mean, without even kind of like, oh, hey, I'm moving on, things like that. Because I think Dale, the casual gamer, kind of did that too. I think he said he was thinking about moving on.
Yeah, he did. He stopped.
So, like, he's kind of done now too. So it's like some of the people I've been watching are all of a sudden just kind of done. They're kind of moving on, and so it's kind of, oh, that's kind of sad. So it's nice to see this to get reinvigorated by a whole bunch of other ones. Like there's one that I've been watching since pretty much the dawn of time, and that's Doug Herring over at Mystic Eye Games. He was one of the people that got me into doing this. He has been doing playthroughs since I think I was born. He's probably one of the first people to ever do recorded playthroughs. He taught me so many games. He has made me buy so many Kickstarters, probably just as many as Colin. So so he's fantastic. He rebranded his channel. It did used to be called Doug Herring. He used to work with a group. I want to say I know he knows the guys from Leading Edge Games, which no longer is around. Long time dead company, but or I think got absolved into another company. But anyway, and he was kind of working with a lot of like role playing stuff and things of this nature. And actually, that's where they came up with some of like the names for part of his like channel. But that's all been so long ago that now he just rebranded it as Mystic Eye Games. But most people still know it as Doug Herring. It was Doug Herring. That was his channel. He would just use his name and started doing it, which was pretty awesome. Just imagine that back in the day. You didn't need a channel name or anything. Just use hey, Doug Herring, here's my videos.
Here's my stuff.
And people just flock. It's just amazing. So yes, Mystic Eye Games has been around for a while. For those that don't know it, I don't know how that's possible. Please go check that out. He's fantastic if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah, it's interesting how much goes on behind building up the stuff around the channel, not just the content itself.
Yeah.
So trailers and all your branding and asset work, it's a lot.
His trailers are really good too. He and like Rolling Solo do some of those like big huge intro trailers stuff that are really cool.
Steve, you're up. What you got?
Oh man, you go ahead. You got a bigger list than I do, so you can take it, Derek.
My next one is Totally Table. Totally Table's run by a guy named Shaggy, who does his, and no, it's not Mr. Lava Lava. But he does, if you talk about production, he does some really good production. His lighting, his camera quality, his explanations of the game, his zooming, like it's recorded, it's not live, but it's so well done that it's like I enjoy watching his playthroughs. Plus, he has a really great voice that goes over as you're listening go through it. I would say check this one out for sure. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's so hard to get that stuff right. So,
Lighting,
it's often the guy with the mission machine.
He doesn't have Scoob with him. He doesn't have Scoob.
If it was a Scooby-Doo channel, my kid would be watching it every day.
I'll throw in another one because I'm trying to keep them short since the list is so long. I'm not going to go into big detail. So my next one is Cardboard Rhino. I do not know. You don't know Cardboard Rhino?
No. See, this is awesome.
Are you insane? She is amazing.
Okay, so I got to go to North Carolina, hang out with Canje.
And Cardboard Rhino is awesome. I believe she lives in Greece, and she does a lot of content on board game how to plays. I think she's done some playthroughs on things, but she is beyond amazing and awesome. And she was one of the earlier channels that I found when I started getting into gaming. But yeah, good stuff. All right,
I did
don't know
her either. I gotta check her out. That seems awesome.
Yeah, she does great stuff. Like her playthroughs are fun. Her explanations are really concise and tops.
One that sticking slightly to that theme. There's a channel out there called One Pip Wonder. I don't know if anybody knows this one. She is a board gamer that does more reviews than anything else. But the reason I like her is her reviews are very lighthearted. She does some, and they also have kind of like she does some of her videos kind of have like kind of little, almost like little perps of like them playing and doing stuff with it as she's reviewing the game. And she has a family, so there's some family orientation on there, which is really nice. I kind of gravitate toward those streams that have like that are more like family oriented or like built for families or things like that, because I have one. So it's like if I'm looking for a game for one of my kids, I'll like type it in, and a lot of the more family oriented channels I guess pop up. But One Pip Wonder has been around for a while. She does some really cool reviews. She even does some kind of like behind the scenes of family life kind of thing, like what we're doing as board gaming family kind of thing, which is kind of cool. She even did like this whole thing like she put solar panels on her house and she talked about it and stuff. It's called One Pip Wonder, ONEPIP Wonder, in case Steve can't find it.
I couldn't find it. Sorry.
Really, Steve?
We gotta move it a mile a minute here. A mile a minute.
I know.
Come on. I should have
jump
typed
in,
into the chat
jump in here with
Steve to find it. How can you not find it? Found it. Well, it's also my subscribed channel.
That's easier, yeah. Well, when I search for one hit wonders, I got a lot of other hits.
Pip Wonder, kind of like a die.
Oh,
she named it after like she named it after she has the same ability of rolling dice as Canje does, where it's like she gets ones all the time. So she started to call her channel One Pip Wonder because that was the pip on the top.
That probably should be the name of my channel. If it was possible to roll a 0 on a die, I'd roll it.
I'll jump in here with another one I like watching. On Table for board games.
Is that the group of guys who play wargaming?
No. It's I can't think of her name offhand, but she does fantastic production quality explaining games.
I just saw it pop up. Yeah, I've watched her stuff before.
Ian, what are you doing? Chat.
What did he say?
He couldn't find the channel. Oh, Pip. He put One Pimp Wonder. He couldn't find it. I'm like,
it's just a picture of Wayne Brady that comes up.
VIP Pip. Sorry, Steve. I overtalked.
Yeah, then John Gets Games is fantastic and learn to play as well for sure. I wasn't planning to bring them up because they're bigger channels, but yeah, also excellent.
Yeah, no, but she's called on Table.
Oh, let me pull up again. On Table, yeah.
Okay, I've seen her in my on the Twitter feed, but I haven't watched her channel yet, so I need to go check it out.
Yeah, good stuff. Heavy cardboard's also great for a bigger channel for sure. Yeah, very heavy Euro stuff focused, but
okay,
good group of guys for there.
One of mine this is a bigger channel, is Our Family Plays Games.
Yes.
Starla and Mick are hilarious. If
Mhm.
you have not watched Starla and Mick, you need to go watch Starla and Mick. They are fantastic. They are a great duo. They go through a lot of family oriented games that they play through, and their son does all the production work.
Oh,
So yeah. So they play the games. He records the video. He edits the video. He does all their content creation work,
that's
Hmm.
cool.
and it's amazing stuff that they all do together. You'll see people showing up with the OFPG like shirts with the honeycomb on it. Like you'll see a ton of them doing it, but they are just fantastic.
Nice. We got we also have Hungry Gamer, William over at Hungry Gamer. He's amazing. If nobody knows who that is, please go check him out. He does playthroughs. He does a lot of reviews. He's hilarious. He's in theater, so like he's got the voice and the means to do the fun stuff. That's for sure. He's out on the West Coast, sadly, so I don't ever get to hang out with him. It's kind of like the East Coast West Coast thing. It's like who are we? We're the Scent Curl Coast.
Say that word again. The what?
Central Coast. We're the Central Coast. We were just talking about this off stream because like he said he can't swim. I'm like, well, that's like a necessity in Minnesota. You have to know how to swim because every time you walk around the corner, you fall in a lake. We land of 10,000 lakes here. But Hungry Gamer's amazing. He's been around for a while again, and it's fun. I've actually collaborated with him, and we're actually hoping to collaborate again this summer. We did a Dungeon Alliance collaboration. I think we're going to try to do that again. It was a lot of fun, so we'll be doing that again in the future. But he's also fantastic. Go check him out.
Cool. One for mine that you'll probably have to look up, Steve, is Meeple Monkey. He was the one who got me to back Marvel Zombicide, or Marvel Zombies. He also is a huge fan of Marvel United. He's got a ton of playthroughs on his channel. But he does some really great playthroughs. He's in Australia, so Happy New Year, Meeple Monkey. But he's definitely got some good content. And you should check him out. I'm trying to stay short only because there's a lot on my list, and if I say here's the reason why I like all of them, it will take forever.
Snow said, "Hungry Gamer, I never heard of him. I thought it was Beatrice's channel." So those that don't know, Beatrice is his dog, and he takes like pictures of his dog like next to all the games that he's doing on like Facebook.
It's
true. Look what Beatrice got today, and like the dog standing there next to like 3 games or something.
I'll run through another and then I'll pass it on to Steve. Tabletop Tolson is one that I watch. Kimberly is on there. She runs through top 10 lists. She runs through some game reviews. She runs through some gameplays. She does some really great content. The production quality is top notch and amazing, and it's just fantastic. So I don't know if you'll have a chance to pull up her. But she's been in it for a minute, like for a while, and she's been putting out a lot of really great content, a lot of fun. I think like if you watch her intro video on her screen, she just starts holding up games and she's introducing herself, and the title of the game is what she's doing. So she's like, my board gaming, and she'll hold up the game Obsession, and she just goes through all those things. But she's fun. She's fun, definitely fun to watch.
I missed that name. Sorry. That was
sorry, Tabletop Tolson. Tolson.
He won't find it. He can't find it. He can't spell Pip. He can't spell that
one. Tolson. He can't spell Pip.
Tell you guys.
I'm sorry, that was mean of me. I apologize. I didn't mean to be mean.
We rib each other. It's
my New Year's resolution is to not be. Actually, my New Year's resolution is not to eat food off the break room table. That's actually my New Year's resolution. If you're nerds, you'll know that every time you walk into a break room, somebody has baked something that's not healthy that's sitting on the break room table, and you're like, "Oh, I should try this." And next thing you know, you ate like 4 like cookies, or else you ate like 4 bars, or else you ate like 2 donuts. You're like, "Why did I eat all
that?" So Steve, what you got?
Yeah, one other one I think we should mention.
People spelling apparently. My wife says
that. Shelf Stories.
Yes.
About Jason.
Yes.
So he does a fantastic job covering potentially, what's the word I want to say? I don't say difficult topics sometimes, but the like really critical topics to address in the board game space. It's not about the games themselves, but around the topics and people around them. And he has really good topics he brings up every once in a while. So
Yeah. I would love to have a conversation with him, but I can never get a hold of him.
he's a busy man. He's a busy
He's
man.
very busy.
Because
I'm surprised he's able to get stuff up on our channel every once in a while. It's for how busy he is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his job. He's like a consultant. He's working. He's got lots of stuff he's doing.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Yeah, I just know he touches on topics that I like to talk about.
Yeah.
And so it's like, man, I'd love to have a conversation with him about some of this stuff, but yeah, he's busy. Steve, who else you got? You've been quiet for a while. Give me another one.
No, I'm prepping.
Well, Ready Steady Play. You got Ready Steady Play over there? I don't know how many subscribers they have. I know they're over 10,000, I think. But Ready Steady Play is fun, and they're out of Europe. I think they're out of Britain. Yeah. They're fun. They all get together and sit around a table. And they play games together. And it's really fun to watch them play and have a good time. It's really like a great camaraderie of guys playing games together. You want me to sing Happy Birthday to you on stream now? No. Oh, okay. It's my son's birthday today, by the way, on the 31st.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You can come and say hi with your shaggy hair, like not Dustin. I just woke up. Come on, you gotta say hi. Jump in here.
Hi.
What do you need?
Did you unplug?
What you got there, Derek?
So another one I have that everyone's probably watched, but no one's mentioned yet for some reason is J Play. J Play does, I don't know where he's located, but he does a lot of game playthroughs, a lot of he churns out a ton of content. But it's been, and now I forgot how Rob's channel is named. If you're talking about Rob Orn
This is Rob Tabletop World. Yeah, I get these two mixed up. We got Rob.
if you're talking about Rob St. John, that's Rob.
We got Rob's Gaming Table. It's like two completely different people, and it's completely different channels. Like 100% is what the channels are. Rob's gaming channel or Rob's.
Yeah, Rob's Gaming Table is on my list.
All playthroughs, and he does like some community talks and things like that. It's a fantastic channel.
Yeah.
I'm totally stepping on all of Kanje's toes right now. And Rob's Tabletop World, he actually just moved. He got a whole new studio kind of off. I think he lives more in a farm area now. He's got like stuff like that. But he has this whole big area now that he can use for shooting, and he really does a lot more. He does some playthroughs, does some painting videos. He also does a lot of talking with the community about just different topics in gaming and out of gaming. And one of his strengths is that he really makes it personal and personable. Which
he are you talking about?
Rob's Tabletop World.
Rob Orn. Okay.
Rob Orn. Yes.
Yeah.
He has no problem telling you everything, like all about what's going on in his life and those around him, and it really makes you have that connection of this is a person. This is not just a face on a camera. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of us do that, but I think he really, because he'll have whole 50-minute videos just talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
About what's going on. Where I don't know about you, but a lot of me is just always more focused on gaming. Occasionally I'll talk about my family and things like that, but especially during my painting streams, but it's more about the hobby and things like that more than it is, I think, what's going on around. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, I like Rob Orton's channel, but I watch Rob's Gaming Table more.
I do too.
Rob and Mel they're just fantastic people. Mm-hmm. I hung out with them at Gen Con. They were my Gen Con buddies along with Janet and Stacy. And so we got to play a ton of board games together, and to me, Rob's production's great. Him and Mel are fantastic people. They are just wonderful. So they are, whenever you go to my channels that I watch, they're my top list of people that I watch. Hey Kate, Happy New Year.
Speaking of another great content creator, hey,
Gaming Rules here. Gaming Rules. Hey, there's that guy.
We've already talked about this guy. We can talk about him again.
We talked about it earlier in the stream.
Everyone watches Gaming Rules. Everyone watches Paul because he's awesome.
Yep.
Honestly, his quality is top notch. Really excellent.
Yeah.
And here's another thing about Paul's channel that is great about it. And some of the other ones, like Doug's, for example, like Mystic Eye Games and things like that, is they watch others. They're like really into like seeing how other people are doing as well. Like for example, he just hops on in, and every once in a while, Doug will comment on my channel, be like, "Oh wow, I'm totally looking cool." He's jumped into my painting streams, so it's super cool to see a lot of these like other channels jumping into these live streams or into the comment channels, and it just shows how much into the hobby they're into.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm getting really excited about this now. I don't know. I gotta sit back.
Yeah, he came onto the Frosthaven one, not Frosthaven, Frostpunk one that I did, and I was like, "Hey, I know you. You're famous. Oh my god!" So, but it's definitely cool to see you, Paul.
Absolutely.
Let's see, another one that I watch. So I said J Play, but then that one got stopped over by the Robs.
I can find it. I was looking for it.
J Play is the letter J, and
the letter J,
and then PLAYS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came with a bunch of other ones when I searched it. So
there is a channel out there called J Plays, which is JAY, but I don't think it's a. If it was a board game channel, I don't think it's still going. I can't remember now. I'll have to check.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them, but he is still going strong. He's been on for a while, and he dropped some really great content. So I'm always watching his channel for things that pop up as well.
And there's the Purple Moose. Don't forget him.
Did you just say poop?
Wait, did you say Blue Moose? Okay, so funny story. We were talking about this last night, and like Bairnt's like, "Oh yeah, we covered this channel, this kind of channel." He's like, "Oh yeah, we gotta do Blue Moose channel." I'm like, "Blue Moose? I've never heard of this one." So I start looking. I'm like, does he mean Purple Moose?"
So then I told him I was colorblind to spelling.
Colorblind to spelling?
I'm colorblind speller. I can't spell the colors right.
Oh, we were laughing. I was laughing at that. That was a good one. But yeah, Purple Moose plays.
Another one on my list is Ninja Geek Games. He, I believe, is out of the UK, and he and I didn't know much on his channel, but I know that we both enjoyed Gloom the Killforth as one of his top games, and so we started chatting, and then afterwards I started watching his channel, and he's got some good content, so I've enjoyed watching him go through. Like I said, I got a long list.
You got a long list. This is true.
So I'm just touching really quick on them as I go through. I could talk more, but I don't want to take up too much time. And I know we're running.
What are you talking about? We got plenty of time. I don't have to do anything until my kid's birthday. You got 20 minutes, Canje. Then I have to act.
All right, I'm hearing. Next one is the Dungeon Dive.
Yeah, Daniel over at the Dungeon Dive. He's amazing. I love the fact that if you're looking for an in-depth review, that's the one you go to. He'll tell you, he'll give you like an hour-long review on a game, and he will explore every facet of that game. And he's really into dungeon crawlers, which is one reason why I gravitated towards Daniel at the Dungeon Dive. He's phenomenal, and he's really working hard at he's really branching out too. He's got a lot, a big community now. He's got he's really focused a lot on his channel more than anything else now. So it's really great to see him going forward as well as he has. Sorry, I stepped on your toes again. I'm going to go.
No, you got it. If you know it, if you speak to it, do it. I'm just going to start listing names and let Bairnt talk about it. So, my next one, let me see. My next one is Black Board Gaming. This is Dwayne and Alicia. They do kind of like a lot of lists. They do, top 10 lists or the top game lists or things to go through. But they are two wonderful people who just kind of they're in the hobby. They love the hobby, and they're just fantastic. So I would say check them out as well. I'm gonna just keep popping. Let's see. I've got next on my list is Red Badger Gaming. Red Badger Gaming, they do Gloomhaven. If you want to know about Gloomhaven and Frosthaven and anything that has to do with
anything with the Haven at the end,
anything with Haven, Red Badger Gaming. Anything that you want to know about any form of cephalophore game, they are your go-to channel. They cover everything. They even have funny skits about the different types of people who play the different characters in these games.
Oh, nice.
So that's a fun channel to check out. Yes, Matthew, I did. Our family plays games Oh, red, not Rage Badger. Red.
Yeah, I found it eventually. Rage
It's not
Badger
Rage
Gaming.
Badger.
I
It's
was like, Red
Red
Badger. I'm like, I'm not seeing this at all.
It's all about
Red
badgers
Badger.
on Canje. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I apologize. I don't actually know what Rage Badger Gaming is.
It's not Rage. It's Red. I can.
I don't even know what that one is
It's
now.
Rage Badger Gaming.
Is it Rage Badger?
I have it pulled up right now. Yeah.
Oh, it is Rage. Rage Badger.
Yeah.
It is Rage Badger.
I put red. What do I know? But
Rage Badger, the most
if
detailed
you-
Gloomhaven channel on the internet. Alice
Yeah.
and Stephanie provide some of the greatest analysis and color. Then it stops because I didn't hit the button yet.
Yes, Rage Badger. They are. If you want to know about Gloomhaven, they are your channel. Sorry, I thought it was red. It's Rage. So
You're not going to find Red Badger.
you're not gonna find
You
Red.
probably will.
I did
but it's
find
not-
Red Badger.
Probably might not be a channel we want to watch. Next one is another channel that's been around a long time. And I watched her channel to learn. Well, I watched that channel to learn how to play 4 Against Darkness and also D100 and any print and play game. Is Geek Gamers. Metal music. So they are fun. Well, not they. Sorry, she's fun. Going through watching just kind of different playthroughs of print play games. Fantastic. Watch it. I got to go through it. I know we're running low on time, so I'm
We
just
could
kind
use
of
your
touching
proofreading skills here, Paul.
I wrote it down quickly. Leave me alone. Okay, so let me see. Okay. One other another channel I watch, which I gotta give a shout out to my boy here. He just started, and he covers it not more board gaming, but tabletop gaming. So in terms of like if you do God, the thing just like if you're playing D&D and you're using
miniatures.
No, not miniatures. The what you used to put the map on D&D. I forgot the name. I used the thing.
TV?
Roll. Whatever it's. You know what I'm talking about.
You put on a TV.
Roll. Is it Roll20? Roll20
or D20 or something like that. D20.
Yeah.
There's also Fantasy Grounds too.
He does Fantasy Grounds, and he has a program that builds out all the maps that he builds personally and shows you how to do it. He shows you how to create minis. He shows you how to paint minis. And this is Brian on the Cave of Adventure. He just recently started and opened it up, but he's been going through and doing tutorials on how to do these things specifically for people who are into tabletop gaming, D&D, Warhammer 40K, all these different types of large scale or big tabletop RPGs. He's going through and doing it. Yeah, Roll20, Ryan. So
Yeah,
he does stuff on how to use that Fantasy Grounds. But he's done some painting. He's done some painting streams with me on painting minis. His mini painting is phenomenal. He taught me how to use air sprayer and all this other stuff. So
called
Cave Adventure. Brian.
Airbrush. There you go. That's fantastic. What was I gonna say one here. I get the two mixed up. There's board, not board gaming, and there's gaming board. Okay, I gotta figure it out. There's
You don't want to be like me.
Very similar in name. Let's hear. One's board, not
Rage Badger. Oh my God, they're not gonna forgive me for that. And I've chatted with them before too, but they are. If you want to know about Gloomhaven, you watch them. They are fantastic.
Thank you, Snow. It's not board gaming, I believe, is the one I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of.
not board gaming. Yep.
Is that the one that? Let's hear. It's got like it looks like an '80s style like stuff on
the
it.
one.
Yep, that's him. He's fantastic too. You should check that one out. If I remember right, like I said, I watch so many accounts. Sometimes I don't exactly get the right people in the right place. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, that's Mark Dandy. All right, yeah, he's the one from England. He's from England, not board gaming. Yes.
You're getting so much help with the chat here. You guys are awesome.
Oh, I know you guys are saving me from not looking like an absolute moron. Yes. He's in Europe. He's awesome. He's fantastic. He does a lot of cool things. He's on Facebook a lot too. He's also like He's one of the three. Yes, he is one of the three idiots. This is true. There's a post out there. I think it was him and William, and who was the other one? Don't remember. I'm terrible.
Oh,
but
I forget.
they all kind of got together and got a picture together or something. And it was like animated. It was really funny how they did it. If anybody's seen this,
I got on my list one person. Y'all should, stop what you're doing. Go to that channel. Subscribe it immediately.
Nice.
It's
Thank you. Yes,
completely amazing.
Mike. That's right. I can't believe
it is. It is you. It is Meet Me at the Table.
What?
It's on my list. This guy is board game royalty.
Oh yeah. Yeah, royalty.
He has a great personality, high energy, very friendly, amazing guy. He will talk to anybody. He doesn't have any qualms. Super amazing. Meet Me at the Table. Go subscribe to this channel if you haven't already.
There's this other guy I know he does some
Steve.
live plays every once in a while.
Steve does it. Steve
Sometimes does unboxings and things like that. So yeah, go see Canje Studios. He's amazing.
Don't try to steal mine.
It is awesome that I have to admit it's this kind of stuff that really has makes the channels awesome. Is being able to meet the people behind them, and being able to meet that guy has been awesome. It was really a treat to meet One Stop Co-op Shop at Gen Con and be able to join that family. Being able to meet Canje, be part of have him part of this family as well has just been absolutely amazing. And that's one of the reasons we're doing this, because we want you guys to experience even more people out there, because as you can tell, we know some of these people by first name. Like I've done stuff with William, being able to meet him and being able to do stuff even on off channel has been really a cool experience. Being able to meet Doug and things like this. These people really enjoy games. They love games. They love talking games. Love talking to people. I talk a lot.
What you do?
Yeah,
madness.
There's a Steve guy. I don't know. He's behind the whole thing. I tell you,
Steve's awesome. So when I first got into the hobby, I think only nobody really knew. Well, still nobody knows who I am. But it was just Steve popped on one, and he was like, "Hey, I've been watching your content and I really love it." So I got to know Steve, and then I was like, "Oh my God, Steve lives in Raleigh." And then we met up and we played a bunch of games. But Steve and Kim are fantastic. I enjoy Game of Paloozas with them all the time. I enjoy hanging out with Steve. Steve and I chat even when we're not playing games. I think we chat almost every day.
We all chat a lot. We real here. So.
And then the three of us have like a Marco Polo thing going where we just hop on and just talk to each other the whole time. So the thing I love about this hobby and I love about these two guys is that they're so friendly and so open, and they're not stuck up at all, right? This is the energy that you see here on this channel. This is not fabricated. This is how we talk to each other all the time, and so I enjoy being part of this, and I'm very thankful that they're letting me be part of this. So thank you.
To elaborate on that too is when working on creating content, there's like the game stuff, but a lot of creating content is like an iceberg. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to get to that level. Oh, I love his shirt because it's see-through. That's amazing. Sorry. Birthday hugs. But yes, and being able to sit down with these guys and bounce off ideas like, hey, I need help with my audio. I need help with my lighting. I need help with whatever it is. And having a group of guys who are very supportive of that and can really help with that stuff. Because sometimes I get the impression that not everyone wants to share these secrets per se. Not really secrets, but like techniques.
But it doesn't matter to me. Right. That's the thing that bugs me about it, is that there's a lot of that mindset, and this is a mindset I have removed from my So I manage a group, like a large group of developers. That's my real job, and that's the one thing I removed from them immediately when I started. Is there's this old mindset, and I think that it's in like the Gen X generation and backwards. Is that if I had to struggle and fight and claw, you need to do the same. I hate that. I hate it. It's like, no, I struggle to learn this stuff. I want you to be better than me.
Yeah.
So let me help you. Let me build you, because we're working towards the same goal. We're running the same race. And so I hate when people are just like, hey, I want to have, someone. It's like, hey, how did you do that? Well, you just got to look it up on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you anything. Why? Why? It doesn't matter. Okay, so I look it up on YouTube. I learn how to do it, and then you're like, okay, aren't you better for it? No, I'm annoyed that you could have taken 2 seconds. And so when I came into before I met Steve and Bairnt, when I came into it, that's what I got from a lot of people. And I was like, okay, hey, what camera do you use? Or how do you get this? Or how do you do that? And everyone does this thing that is just so everyone that I had talked to was like, you need to figure it out. Why don't you go figure it out? Why don't you read the RTFM stuff? And it was this closed off thing of this is this safe kept secret safeguard thing that they want to huddle with. And so I did that. I busted my butt. I learned all the stuff. But as soon as I learned it, you know what I did? Anyone who asked me a question, I answer it. This is what I use. This is how I do it. Here's how I turn the lights. Here's how I do these things. Here's the channel that you go to if you want to get sound. Hey, the videos that I use, here you go. Here's where I get my images. Because it doesn't make sense to be all to be an ass about it. Sorry. Sorry for the warning, but it doesn't make sense to do it. So from my perspective, so when I met these guys who Steve and I talk about tech a lot. So when I met these guys, now Steve was like, hey, how do you do this? Here you go. And I was like, hey, Steve, you do this thing on your channel. Oh, sure. Let's hop on the chat. Let's talk about how to do this. And he and I bonded over that stuff. And then gaming just kind of flowed into it.
Right.
And we just got closer because of it. I don't like that mindset of, figure it out on your own. I don't like that. So anyway,
I think it has something to do with why are we doing this? Like, if we were chasing the numbers purely, right? Like, I want to become the biggest compared to everyone else, then yeah, I can see that being an issue, right? But I think I can speak for you guys too. We honestly do this for fun. Like, that's why we're here. Like, yes, we want to grow the channel. We want to be, keep sharing, but that's not the driving force for doing so. And the other thing I believe in is like if I can help other people with the stuff, I feel like it's like the rising tide raises all boats type situation. Like there's honestly improvements in my channel that I have stolen. Maybe stolen from Bairnt.
I don't think it's stolen though. That's the thing. I think it's more it's kind of like you're doing well, but you stand on the shoulders of giants, right?
Exactly.
So it's that thing of it's not stolen. It's just this is how progress works, right? If someone was like, well, I'm not going to look at how the medical professionals did any of that. I'm going to figure it out on my own and strive ahead. You're going to make the same mistakes. Why?
Don't do that. No, don't do that.
But it's in the same vein. It's in the same vein of like, if someone has done something well and you like what they do, I don't try to find your way of making your mark on it. Like, don't do it just to be like, okay, well, I'm just going to copy that and do it. Just say, I like what they did. I'm going to take that and I'm going to tweak it and I'm going to do my little thing to it. And this is going to be me. And that's what I strive for. So if someone asks me how I did something with lighting or camera or all these other things, I tell them how I do it because I'm like, okay, well, if they're going to start their channel or if they already have a channel, they're going to take that little thing, tweak it, make it their own, and then go off. If someone says, well, I'll unsubscribe from Canje because, Steve is doing it better, thumbs up to you. Go to them because, it's just moving the hobby up. I want more people to play games. I want more people to be enjoyed by these things. I want more people. I'm not in it for the numbers. Right. I'm not in it for my 25 cents a year of YouTube feed in. I'm just in it for the love of the damn hobby, and that's why I'm here.
And that's actually one of the reasons we're doing this video or this chat was because if you haven't noticed, usually about once I would say about once maybe a year or two, I get people ask like, how did you do that? And I make a video like, here is behind the scenes. Bairnt uses this camera.
I remember that.
Puts these lights up here. I'm like, I show everything. There's nothing to hide. Like Canje said, nothing to hide. People should be able to take these things and make, and not only that, when they do make it, I want them to be better than me, like he says, and then I want to come to them and say, how did you do that? Like, kind of thing, because that's
let's
awesome.
build each other up. Yeah,
build
let's
each other up, exactly. And I think it's awesome that we're doing this chat, because there's all those people out there. Some that I know that there's been a few channels that have actually come to me and say, like, how did you do this? And I email them and I show them like videos, like I've sent private videos to them showing like, oh, this is how I do this is how I do this, and they've really appreciated that, and they've probably put it into their channel. I don't know. I mean, I know when William was kind of starting out, he asked me kind of like, how did you do your playthroughs? And I showed him. He's like, oh, that's awesome, thank you. And he's taken some of that and really made his own thing out of it, which was really great. I just love to see people succeed in these things. So like Canje says, it's nice to be able to show people what we got, have that passion. And we're doing this because we want you to go find these other channels that we've been talking about that are hopefully going to be one day better than us, because they're going to be doing for a long time coming. That's the hope. I like Canje says, I just keep on trucking, I just keep on going. And if it wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't be doing live stuff, because I really had no idea what to do. I was like, I am in a camera. I don't know what I'm doing. But both of these people have helped me. Like, if it wasn't for Canje, I'd still be struggling with the fact that I can't get 2 face cams to work. You helped me through that little step. Steve taught me how to do all these great things on the things. So I wish I could teach them something someday. That's what I really hope someday, and I can actually teach them something. But right now,
bring the energy. You bring the energy, Bairnt. You bring the
energy. It's just all the coffee I drink. But so yeah, I think that's one thing that this hobby really. And actually, I think that's something that I know Canje said there's a people out there that sometimes kind of don't want you to learn on your own. But I really think the board game hobby, unlike some of the other hobbies out there, is a really bonding hobby in itself to begin with, which is really cool. But
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Anyway, the other channel I want to talk about. No, I'm kidding. Kind of out of channel. There actually are so many. We could keep going forever. And like I said to Steve when we originally thought of this topic, we need to do this every 6 months, even if we're re-talking about some of the channels that we've already talked about, just so people can go back and be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Talked about that one, and I remember why I like that one so much. I should go check them out again, kind of thing. Because there's a lot of people out there doing amazing things, and we like to see them all succeed, because that's just our nature.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I love these chats because it's an opportunity for us to open up to you guys and have you guys interact with us. Oh yeah, I saw the private videos from Bairnt, yes. But no, it's great.
Yeah, I'll send you a private video. All right, no, I'm kind of. Go ahead, Steve. Everybody.
Go ahead, Steve.
But yeah, looking at coming up stuff in the future, like one thing I would love to do on possibly this channel is also have a recurring recap of like every quarter, for example. Go back and say, hey, here's the big surprise that played during this part of the month, and here's kind of what's really hitting for me. Just a good recap of games, because the game of the year chat's always fun. And I always want to do more of those, but it's hard to get all the people in there. But open up for anyone to jump on and share their experiences, I think would be great. But yeah, we are always open for any community suggestions on topics. We'll try to sneak those in when we can. But it's been a blast.
Yeah, and that you even do the charity stuff, right? The extra life stuff.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, this is the reason why I'm still in the community. Prior to being into board gaming, I got into the hobby late. I was a big sporty, but the sporty stuff was all about competition, right? Who's better than who can one up the other. Always, it was that mindset of step on the next person, and I hated it, but I was in it because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And then when I found the gaming hobby, I was like, no, this is where I'm supposed to be. It's the place of belonging, a place of sharing and just fun. And so I've been in it, and I started streaming and started hanging out with people and meeting all these different people, meeting Bairnt and Steve and stuff, and Mike, and I met Rob and Mel, and I met Stacy and Jen and all these other people that are on there only because it's just such a welcoming and loving community. And I was like, this is where, I'm actually mad at myself that I spent so much of my life and that and missed out on all this. And so now I'm just kind of playing catch up. But this is good.
Snow
stuff.
did say we also forgot Beyond Solitaire, fantastic channel. great for board games. Also really good at this. She's a teacher. And so she's got a lot, and she is super smart. She has a lot of topics she loves to talk about, and she knows a lot about it. Here I thought I was kind of smart, but
who told you that, Bairnt?
my diploma told me that.
My mom said I'm smart.
No, she didn't. My diploma did. That's the only thing.
No, Liz is awesome. She taught me how to play Mage Knight when no one else could.
Yeah, Liz is
so,
McCullen taught me Mage Knight. I went to his house, physically went to his house. He set up the game and said, I'm going to teach you Mage Knight. I'm like, okay. And then you're going to go home and do a playthrough. I'm like, okay. And I sat there for 2 hours. We played Mage Knight. And he was teaching me the entire game from front to bottom. Like, are this really what you want to be doing? Like, I love to teach people this game. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Liz yet. But I hear that she is a fantastic human being. So
yeah, I would love to meet her sometime. That's the one thing I love about the hobby is being able to actually, interact with these people. But like, I would love nothing more than meet all the people we interact with on the chat and the community face to face at some point. So that's why it's going to conventions. I'm hoping to have that more of the opportunity at convention where a lot of us gather together. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, at my kids' age, the most I can do it was maybe 1, maybe 2 cons a year. But as they get older, I'm hoping to be able to, even Robin and I might be able to go on a trip together to some of these because the kids will be growing up and start being more on their own and take weekends to go to places and things like that.
Yeah, so are you two going to Gen Con or what?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
On Gen Con next year.
Fly in or I'm going with Colin, one of the two. We're either driving out or we're flying in. I'm not sure which one yet.
Okay. All right. I'll be there because I'm trying to do 2 cons a year. So next year Gen Con that's my second visit.
I do 2 cons a year too. I do Gen Con and I do Lord of the Rings Con here in Roseville, Minnesota. So I don't have to go too far. I can sleep my own time. Super fun.
So
cool.
You should all come out to Roseville, Minnesota. We have a wonderful place. There's just no food around.
I think I've hit everybody on my list.
I'm sure I didn't bring my list. My list was in my head, so I'm sure I missed a few, and I apologize to those. I know. I mean, my subscribe button is so long, I can't even list how many people are on.
There's a lot of other channels to watch too. Like I'm a big fan of watching how to do content creations, like content creators to help other content creators. Like here's some tools. Here's how to do lighting. Here's how to do these other transitions, animations, and just watching other people investigate that and get inspiration from it. Also seeing, because obviously there's a huge video game streaming community, and I like seeing what people in that community do and try to see how that applies to the analog board game space, because sometimes it does apply, sometimes it doesn't, and there's definitely some difficulties that are more challenging for the board game space when it comes to that. But yeah, we keep talking for another hour, I feel like.
Wait, I could just open up my YouTube list and run through that if you want. It's a long list. Only because I can't think of everything. Right. I do put my spin on it to make it my own, but I like to see what other people do.
Like I said, I think this is something we should revisit every 6 months to a year or something, just to kind of remind people there's more than like us.
Right.
Because we're just a unbelievably small seed in this entire big, huge ocean. That's not an analogy. Let's try some of that. Shell in the sea? Seed in the sea. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
I think he's been drinking. I think he's been drinking, Steve.
Coffee. I'm going overboard here.
Well, he has the door mug. Must be mead, right?
Mead. Yeah.
Mead.
Okay, let's. What you got coming up, Bairnt, on your channel?
Let's see here on Monday. Colin's coming over for Monday. In theory, it's Oathsworn, though. It might be ISS Vanguard. We're still figuring out. We're going into Mission 11 for Oathsworn story, so I think that's the deal. We're trying to fit another day in every week now to try to get ISS Vanguard going, but that's probably not going to happen until maybe February, March. So we might be putting it off there. But I'm going to be doing the Aeon Trespass journey phase. I got the boat all painted up. For those of you that missed the live stream, you missed me spill latex all over myself. That's unbelievable. Go watch that. It's about the last 5 minutes. It's the highlight of the whole thing. On top of that, I also put together an insert by Fancy But Functional for ISS Vanguard. I did that just recently. That was awesome. I'm excited to put that in the box. What else is coming up? I'm going to probably get to Skyrim eventually. That's my goal, but I'm going to have my Patreons decide what character we're going to play as, and then I'm going to paint that guy up, and we're going to go to town on that. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be next week, so you might hear me talk about it again next week on the co-op chat, because I think my primary goal is this, but my primary goal other than this is my son's happiness on his birthday. And that's what we're going to go do. We're going to do birthday fun. We got a family coming, and then he's going to have a sleepover here.
Snow said Bairnt will cover himself in latex. That sounds like another one of his OnlyFans content.
Yeah, that's right. Special Discord only. Like only the Patreons get that video. Yep. I'll pay you to buy some more. Why am I talking still? It was liquid water. Wait, right. No. I mean realistic liquid water. I've covered myself in water. More water on myself.
As opposed to salt water, just ice.
Liquid, was it realistic water? Oh my gosh! All right, it was great to see you guys. Have a happy New Year.
unlike that non-liquid water that you all know about.
Oh, this thing holds too much coffee.
There's the diploma again.
Going back to my 12 ounces, not like 18 ounces.
There's that diploma again. Oh my gosh.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm trying to catch myself here. Hold on.
Oh, you can cover yourself in liquid water?
In liquid water. I'm being covered in liquid water.
Never change, Bairnt. Never change.
And the next quick stop. I finally got to catch up because since I was out of town, I wasn't able to watch the Marvel United stream, but I got to catch up on it this morning. And Kim was like, because that Bairnt, he's like, for content, for quick stops. So for me, let me see. Tuesday, Darkest Dungeon. Thursday, something. And I don't know. So I just got back, so I'm trying to sort everything out. Plus, I actually got a bunch of board game deliveries. I got Reclam, I got Skyrim, and I got Lobotomy too. So I gotta go through all that stuff to see what's going on. What about you, Steve?
And tomorrow we do have a new quick stop. That's dropping tomorrow. Kim was busy working that earlier this week. It's a good one. You guys will like it. Monday, going to start a Stone Saga playthrough.
Sad face.
Why are you sad face? I'm going to his house and mugging him. No, I'm going to do it.
I want to play it, but
So it's a preview. So I was fortunate enough to get a demo copy of this from OOMM.
Yeah.
Games, I guess they say Games. Yes, they did Stars of Cardos and Mythwind. So this is their next game coming up. It's launching in February, but it is a open world survival legacy type game. I'm very excited to bring it to the channel. So we'll be playing that Monday, and it's only going to be the first channel. I'm probably going to do a series of these videos actually, because there's a lot in this game, and I don't think I can fit it all in one video. Not to mention how they have it set up in the game. It introduces new concepts as you go through. So I think that will be great for a logical experience here. Also, Wednesday will be Marvel United. Continue that campaign. So we keep going through it, making progress.
And Kanje's going to join me on a painting stream soon.
TBD. TBD. Yep, I will join you, but just TBD, because I need to figure out what I'm gonna like. I cleaned up this place.
You did? I'm seeing the table there, Canje. I don't know how clean that is.
I have to get my next set of Cull games over in the corner that I'm gonna be donating. And so I've cleaned it up, but then these other games came in, so I have to figure out where they're going. And then I have to learn a bunch of other games. So
yeah, wait till you read the Aeon Trespass 90-page rulebook. That's party.
You mean watch you play it and then learn how to play it through you?
Oh, I wouldn't watch me. I'd watch the Quitter. Way less mistakes than I did.
I do want to play that game, but we'll see. But we'll see. I know for sure Marvel United on Tuesday. Not sure who I'll be fighting with there, but continuing on with Steve, like he said.
Yep. Cool. Okay, I think it's going to end it for today. Thanks guys for joining, and we'll see everyone at next time. And have a happy New Year, everyone.
Have a great
Happy
New Year,
New
everyone.
Year.
Bye bye.